text access, training for real-time intralingual subtitlers. This is Unit 1, Understanding Accessibility. Element 3, Embedding Accessibility in Working Environments. In this video lecture, we show a testimonial by Enrico Pigliacampo, a real-time intralingual subtitler from Italy. Enrico is the lecturer in the video lectures from Unit 3. He will talk about the role of real-time subtitles in cultural events. My name is Piero Cavallo from the Internationale Hochschule SDI München in Germany. I have prepared this video lecture in collaboration with Rocio Bernabé-Caro, also from SDI München, and the European Federation of Art of Hearing, in short, EFO. On completion of the training sequence, you will be able to advise customers about how to best set up an accessible real-time working environment for persons with hearing loss in the trained working contexts and settings. To achieve that, we will show testimonials and interviews of professionals. The agenda is very short. First, I will illustrate the topics of the testimonial before showing it. Finally, we will end this video lecture with a summary. First of all, let me give you some information before watching the video. In the video, Enrico answered some questions about how a real-time subtitler provides accessibility in cultural events. In particular, he discusses about the equipment and the preparation that a real-time subtitler should have when working in this context. Then, he highlights the differences between working on-site and online. Finally, Enrico shared his suggestions for future professionals. Okay, let's watch the video now.
Hi, my name is Enrico Pigliacampo. I am an Italian man with a beard and short hair. I work for Sapti Access, an accessibility service provider based in Italy, and I mainly work for cultural events. Beyond the tools every real-time subtitler needs, and we talk about it in Unit 3, there are two things that are important to improve the quality of the service in cultural events: to have the script and to have time to test the tools. Many cultural events follow a script, or at least some parts of the event follow the script. If there is a script, it is important that the subtitler has the script before the event for two reasons. First, the subtitler can examine the script to have an idea of what the speakers will talk about and prepare themselves for the event. The names that will be mentioned, possible difficult words, and so on. Secondly, the subtitler can create similar subtitles which will be synchronized to the speech live. This will help the subtitler in the parts of the event that follow the script. You always have to remember that speakers can change their speech at the last moment or improvise. So it is important that the subtitler is always ready to change from semi-live subtitles to real-time subtitles quickly when needed. It is also important that the subtitler have the time to test the tools in order to be sure that everything is working and the subtitles are readable and the quality is good enough. If there is a rehearsal before the event starts, it will be best if the subtitler is involved so that you can have an idea of the whole event, subtitles included, and you can improve quality if you can. Cultural events are usually complex events with many participants, both on stage and in the backstage, like technicians, sound technicians, and so on. When you're in the location of the event, it is easier to have a view on everything that goes on. It is also easier to communicate with other people who work for the event if any issue comes up. If you work remotely, you have to be sure to have a good view of the event and of everything that goes on. You also need to have a contact person on location with whom you can communicate and ask for help if any issue comes up during the event. My recommendation for new professionals who will work for cultural events is to always establish a good communication with the client and always ask for all the materials they can give you, the script, press materials, leaflets, and so on. It will help you preparing for the event and improve the quality of the service. If you work mostly for events in a specific field, it is important to stay updated on what goes on in that field so that you will know what the speakers will talk about.
The summary. To briefly sum up, we can say that when working as a real-time subtitler in cultural events, it is important to prepare yourself prior to the event. Asking for the script and all the material can speed up your work. Both when working on site and remotely, it is important to have a good view of the event. Finally, a good communication with the client is the best way to start your job. Exercises. The exercises for this video lecture are in the trainer's guide and the PowerPoint file.
LTA Live Text Access, Universitat Autónoma de Barcelona, SDI, Internationale Hochschule, Scuola Superiore per Mediatori Linguistici, ZDF Digital, European Federation of Hard of Hearing People FHO, Velotype, Subti Access, European Certification and Qualification Association ECQA. Co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. Erasmus Plus project 2018-1-DE01-KA203-004218. The information and views set on this presentation are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official opinion of the European Union. Neither the European Union institutions and bodies, nor any person acting on their behalf, may be held responsible for the use which may be made of the information contained here.